how are the people reacting to Fuerza Regida going on the stadium tour, you know?
I think everybody's happy.
Well, obviously there's haters, you know, they're like, oh my God, it's baseball, it's not NFL.
Siempre va a haber gente que va a coger el palo. I think it's just maybe that they don't have a lot of dates.
Dinastia tour, there was a stage change that people weren't a fan of because some people like, so there's like a catwalk and then they got rid of it. So there was people who purposely bought to be next to the catwalk are now like all the way at the back. But they added a second stage in the back. It's a small stage. How often should underground artists drop music?
Yeah, underground artists every month or sooner.
Or sooner? Do you guys think that overexposure kills hype?
To be honest, I feel like at the end of the day, you do have to have a good product.
Lencho, the artist that signed to Ranch Mile and Ochoa Records, and he's blowing up pretty quick with his first song, Chiclona, right? Now he's doing a song with Peso and Tito. I was singing the song. Well, it's not that I didn't like believe in him or anything, but you're like, oh, now you want to listen to Lencho and stuff like that. But I've seen comments that are like, oh, like people were hating on Lencho's style. And now that he's gonna do the song with Peso, like people are fucking with him. Why do fans hate artists that blow up fast?
JLP
En la pared de Agushto Papa. Agushto Papa. De Agushto Papa. Agushto Papa.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Agushto Papa Podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and listen to us on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to your podcast. And subscribe to us if you love
Subscribe.
God. And if you don't, then don't
Wait,
subscribe.
you love
like
God?
Of course.
You love God?
I'm subscribed.
Okay, bet.
Like you.
I wanted to make sure. Yeah, I'm subscribed.
yeah.
Name one Bible verse, respectfully.
John 3:5.
3:16.
3:16, pa.
What does it say?
I don't know.
For he...
You know it?
He did.
For
Thou
he,
shalt not.
No, for he shall be right.
Huh?
For he shall be right.
Yeah?
No.
No, what the, that's not even English.
That's fucked up. Why are you playing with those?
Loki, he goes to a mega church, but that's a story for another day.
Why wear Christian Louboutin?
And then you see him pulling with the Rolls Royce. We're good on audio.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, keep going. We got a lot of shit to talk about today.
Yeah, guys, we have a lot of shit to talk about, but like I said, subscribe if you love God, like, comment, subscribe, and if you don't, then don't do those things, all right? God's listening, God's watching. But yeah, guys, today we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about Fuerza Regida's MLB Stadium Tour. You said MLB?
Yeah.
Baseball Stadium Tour. We're going to be talking about...
Oh, no. Like, I know for sure Dodger Stadium's baseball, but I haven't made sure on the other ones. Petco Park too, but not 100% baseball.
Well, Stadium Tour, you know? Peso Pluma's tour as well. And then we have some questions about, you know, just music that a lot of people have been asking us. And I think it's a really good idea to soon interview and ask these questions to, like, George Prahin, like Jimmy.
Like executives.
Yeah.
Like high executives.
Sí, güey, ahorita.
Ahorita te mando el video.
Yeah. I also want to give a huge shout out to everybody that listens to us only on audio form. Everybody working. Shout out to everybody working at the last guy told me he listens to us at McDonald's and another guy at Amazon Warehouse.
And I also want to mention shout out to everybody that has been supporting us in the streams. Obviously, we're not streaming right now. We ran into some difficulties.
Obviously, we suck.
With the live view setup, our HDMI cable stopped working.
No,
the port. Okay, basically, to wrap it up, like our system's fucked up right now. The backpack's fucked up and working on it. We sent in some emails to live view, and we do want to get back into the streaming because we were killing it.
You sent an email?
Who sent an email?
Our partners.
Dude, he's such a liar. Bro, Melo's hoping about.
Yeah. No, but
okay, send him a shout out. What's his name?
I have his Instagram right here. No, but it's crazy because we actually,
like to put you on blood.
we actually did have a lot of activities planned out. Like we wanted to go to the Zoo Culture Gym. We want to go the game paddle. And we wanted to take like a taekwondo. Oh, the pajaretes thing that we never did.
Oh, es que se nos cruzó el Super Bowl.
Yeah, so make sure to follow us on Kick. We are going to get back onto it. And something that I wanted to bring up real fast is how we actually streamed with Gemelos. And we actually got to have a moment for our artist, Grupo Ajedrez, to, you know, showcase their talent, showcase a song, Blue Label, that is coming soon. And hopefully, you know, that
collab happens.
That collab
really
happens.
Rooting for that.
Damn, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but shoot for the stars.
Gemelos wanted to sign them.
Really?
Well, yeah.
To his record label.
Yeah, but
to give him a dueto.
To give him a dueto.
That's asking for a lot, pa.
Yeah.
Gemelos, respectfully, que nada más haga el dueto, pa, ya.
I think the song's gonna do regardless. You know.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna
with
do good.
Gemelos, it would have gave a little push, but yeah, you can't. I mean, I feel like that's just never worth it. You know, when you kind of like when Tiago, he said he signed for the feature and he just like regrets it.
Damn, really? He signed just for the feature? He didn't get no bread?
No, he obviously
He got an
bread,
advance.
But like that's why
Damn.
they're like, oh, we'll sign you, but we need this song. You know.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but Tiago said he got $1 million advance.
Pretty sure he did.
$1 million?
$1 million in advance.
should I do
but
$1 million
obviously,
right now,
guys,
bro?
like, yeah, you might get the $1 million right there, and
But
you
you
know,
owe it.
but you owe it. It's
Okay,
a
I'll do
loan.
it. Knowing all that. Would y'all take $1 million?
Damn.
I'll take $1 million right now. Shit.
Okay, but like you have to recoup that shit,
Would
like
you sell your
with streams, with
Hold on,
Oh, my God, gang.
Would you sell your Agushto share for $1 million right now?
I sell that shit for half.
You?
I wouldn't sell it, cause this is our baby. This
Give
is
me
our
100K.
business.
I'll sell for 100K. I'll walk out right now. I'll walk out right now.
He's gonna be like that guy from
I'll buy
Micro.
it for 100K.
Do my edits.
I'll buy your shit for 100K.
I'm taking my Red Bull and dipping right now.
You wouldn't sell yours for $1 million?
No.
Bro, well, no shit. All he do is come chill.
Fuck you! What the fuck?
Nah, gang.
Remember when
Ain't
Angel
no
when
joke,
Angel
gang.
started, he was the one bringing the babe to the artist. That's all he did.
Damn.
And what do you do now?
I teach you how to Photoshop. I teach you
This
the
is
Final
crazy.
Cut Pro. Look.
Do you
Look,
ever
look,
ask
look, look.
somebody to help you learn something, and you're right next to them, and they're helping you, and you realize it was all bullshit? Like, he was helping me trying to do something on Photoshop, brother. I
Look.
closed my laptop in his face. I was like, "This is not working out." You don't know. I'm not gonna know either.
We're obviously talking shit, but I try to help Angel. Obviously, tries to help me, and I think it's a mutual thing. At the end of the day, it's about respect, Pop. But if you want to get down how fucking Gemelos, Tiago, Los del Cristo got down on their stream, we could do that shit right here, right now.
Nah, he's just trying to prove he's up to date with things.
I am up to date.
Yeah, hopefully we get to do another stream. We do have Banda Limon. They're gonna come on the 3rd of March. So hopefully we get to tell everything. Would be pretty sick to tell Gemelos, like, hey, you know, we got the banda. Like, let's do something. Maybe even like le llevamos
March
banda al
3rd?
Teo. Yup.
Damn, I think I booked Hermanos Espinosa March 3rd.
No mames, way.
But we'll just change it.
Yeah. So hopefully we get to do another stream. That'll be pretty sick.
Yeah. Okay, on to the first topic. Let's get it.
Fuerza Regida Stadium Tour. Let's talk about it a little bit. There is 10 dates, and are they all on the weekdays? I saw a lot of comments that it's like, oh shit, it's on the weekdays, and I think like Friday's cool, you know, but like I think there was some on Wednesday.
Yeah. Most of what's pretty tough right there is that they probably have. I mean, I don't know about baseball law, but what if they have a scheduling conflicts? I'm pretty sure that those games always happen on the weekends.
I would have rather not done the stadium than do it on the weekdays.
Really?
I think they did it on the weekdays because booking the venue itself or the stadium is cheaper.
You think
Then-
it's cheaper?
I think it is
Probably, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cheaper.
Then the
But then
employees-
again, too, like who wants to go on a week? I mean, like I would go because obviously, but
Okay, like
There's-
okay,
I get what you're saying.
okay.
There's people who have jobs in
Yeah,
school,
I was gonna say that, you know, for the typical person that, you know, works on the weekday, are you gonna go? Because obviously, I think going out to party and drinking, like, it kind of enhances the experience
Yeah.
of the concert.
yeah,
Pues en
school-
uno cuando ya está ahí, like, listening to music, pues le vale verga, you know, boom, 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 boom. But there's a lot of people that can't afford to miss the next day, you know?
yeah.
Mexicans do not miss a day. They'll show up regardless. However,
Yeah, it's kind of
as
true.
long as you get your body through the door.
Older
fine.
Mexicans, but then we have like the new gen, like Chewy, that like has to
Chewy-
sleep at 7 p.m.
Chewy had 2 buzz balls at 8 p.m. In the evening and woke up drunk.
Okay, I want to mention that the first date is in San Diego, June 18th
Petco Park.
at Petco Park. Which, like Angel was saying, there's
Have we been to Petco Park?
I've been-
That's not where San Diego FC plays.
no.
Oh,
No, Petco Park is where Padres play.
Oh,
yeah, I've seen a concert there.
Really?
Yeah,
Bad
you saw Bad
Bunny?
Bunny,
Yeah.
2022.
Damn, the highlight of my life, low key. Okay, like Angel was mentioning, there is a lot of baseball stadiums. There's Petco Park. There's Dodger Stadium. This one actually really surprised me. Allegiant Stadium, where the Raiders play in Las Vegas.
Oh,
That's a really like brand new state of the art stadium. And
Damn.
I was
That-
gonna go watch Mexico play that. And
Damn, I
Yeah.
feel like that's the one that everybody's gonna fly to. Like, let's say if you like live in Minnesota and shit.
oh, that's true. They're not doing like Minnesota and shit like that.
No, what
Like,
is it? Seven dates? 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or did I skip one? Because last time you told me 10. Dude.
9 and then the blurred one.
Oh yeah, and we do have a hypothesis that the blurred one is gonna be San Bernardino for Don't Fall in Love Fest year 3. Si nos invitan, porque el año pasado ya nos dijeron that they heard us talk shit. Not necessarily shit, you know, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's dope that Fuerza Regida took that jump to what?
Oh, no, I was just thinking about the Don't Fall in Love Fest. We got like 25 tickets and shit.
and we were still like, yo, audio was not bad, pa. That's
Nah,
crazy.
nah,
Luego se nos va el rollo. How about we're too honest?
I mean, but I feel like that's what the people want.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't say it was trash though, like the other influencers and shit. Like we were just like, hey, you know, like it could have been better like this, but we
Yeah.
still had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, we had a time of our lives.
Okay, back to the topic. Okay, Fuerza Regida is going to be the first Mexican American, quote unquote, new music, new generation artist to do a stadium tour. I think that's huge.
Oh, and then also I saw on the flyer that Rancho Mil is not part of the tour.
I don't think they were part of the. Oh, okay.
I didn't see their logo on the bottom.
So does that mean that they're out?
I don't know. I don't know.
Too much
I wouldn't be able to
Hey,
tell you anything after that.
They're not
Too
out.
much, too much politics, but it's Live Nation, obviously Street Mob, Fuerza Regida, and I wanted to ask you guys, what are some guests that you guys want to see, and what are you guys expecting from something this huge, you know?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't want no guests. I just want them to sing as many Fuerza Regida songs as time allows. I'm not really interested in like, oh, que traigan a Tito Torbellino Jr. Like, I just want to hear Fuerza. No, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, like,
yeah, true.
like it's not like, oh no, we don't have no guests. Like, no, yo quiero ver. I just want to see Fuerza Regida. You know, like as many songs as you can, pa.
That's true. Yeah, like Junior, no guest.
Yeah, and I think we were robbed of listening to the Expantia album the right way at the Don't Fall in Love Fest.
Oh yeah.
Because
No
okay,
pagamos, pa.
not
I get you.
not to cagar del palo, but like there was a lot of like issues, you know. But like I'm still down to pull up.
We know, bitch.
We know.
That's all.
No. You said it wrong. You said it
I-
wrong. Everything about it was good. First of all, full transparency, we didn't pay to go. We just paid like our own stuff, you know. But the tickets we didn't pay.
Bitch, we got-
and then he said like,
He pagó el party bus.
the party bus left his ass,
yeah.
boy. Dude, that was crazy.
It was a big learning curve right there.
Yeah, because we're not waiting for you more, Jason. We're leaving. Now hold on, we're leaving. And literally the party bus started taking off, and we see Jason running, and we told party bus, písale. No, but that's a story for another day. He said there was a lot of issues. Personally, I think he phrased it wrong. There wasn't a lot of issues. Just the main thing we went to go do was listen to Expantia in its full glory, and we didn't get to do that. So that's why the night was not the best.
Okay. And another thing that I want to bring up is like, how are the people reacting to Fuerza Regida going on the stadium tour? You know?
I think everybody's happy.
Well, obviously there's haters. You know, they're like, oh my
Haters.
god, it's baseball. It's not NFL.
Yeah. Nah, but I think siempre va a haber gente que va a cagar el palo. But I mean, aside from that, I think maybe they did try, and then I think it's just maybe that they don't have a lot of dates. So I think a lot of people are gonna have to do a lot of traveling. But it's once a year type shit.
There's a lot of comments like, oh my god, where's Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Wisconsin, tú que vives ahí no sabes dónde está.
I mean, like I said, not to be a hater, but some of the comments that I do remember like reading is like, all this for them to pull up like an hour or two late.
No, I think that's not true because in the
Well, it's because you know how people were mad about the Don't Fall in Love Fest. Like, I feel like
but
those are
that's
comments that
different,
I
that's
saw, and also
festivals are different. Yeah.
Also, that I saw that people don't really like the sound of like the sound system in stadiums.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then I also did want to bring up when Julian Alvarez came over here the first day, there was a lot of complaints about the sound, and then as it progressed, like things got better and better, you know. So I just hope that they could get the sound right on the first one. I think that's gonna be a good challenge.
Yeah, because Julio had like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like 3 days at the SoFi.
Fix.
You know what? I was gonna say like y'all just being so picky, but I guess how was I say? I'll describe myself as an average consumer that doesn't really know shit about sound. And I was gonna say like, bro, like you get to hear the music, like you get to live whatever. But actually no, because the Don't Fall in Love Fest thing, no se escuchaba nada. So then if you go to this, let's say you travel pretty far, you know, all these expenses, yada yada, and you don't get to have a good listening experience, I'd be bummed out. So yeah. I think that's a big point. And then aside of that, there's only going to be one day to get it right.
Yeah.
There's not going to be no adjustment period.
I feel like that's a little scary.
So,
like,
yeah, we're rooting for y'all. We're rooting for y'all.
Yeah, well, hell yeah. We're excited. Hopefully we get that invite and hopefully, you know, we're part of like that rollout.
Now on to Peso's tour, the Dinastia tour.
You're not going to bring up about what he said at the Billboard interview?
Oh, about the rooftop experience?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Briefly.
There's gonna be a rooftop experience, kind of like La Casita. He said he was gonna invite celebrities, actors, CEOs,
business owners,
Podcasters,
podcasters at home, streamers, maybe
designers,
record label owners,
CEOs,
crypto gurus.
Fucking what was that shit?
Right, I flipped $50 to 12 the other day.
philanthropist.
No, what was that shit? That one trading.
Meme trading?
No, where people get in the one Airbnb, a big as
Forex traders.
There you go.
No.
Wait, hold on. Be honest, guys. Like, comment down below. Were you ever like in Forex? Like, did you ever guys like? ¿Cómo se dice? Like all in that trap?
Yeah,
Like-
you know what? I'm gonna be super honest. Like, I remember in high school. No, it's worse than you think. I remember like I had a homegirl that like I just got into, and I would see her stories, you know, and I'll be like, damn, look, they look like they cooking. Like, what's this about? And I remember like she would tag the guy, whatever, and I was like, damn, I better sign up for this shit, you know, like I feel like this is it right here. I text the guy. That he left me on C. I tried to join, I couldn't. No, yeah, but I
You would've been like,
at the end of the day.
At least you didn't do the insurance. Actually, no, that's Forex is worse. At
No,
least
yeah,
you
Forex
didn't
is-
do the Forex. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sold insurance, huh?
I tried to sell insurance like
Like years ago.
years ago. Yeah, it's because like
But this motherfucker didn't even have insurance.
Wait, what kind of insurance?
A life insurance.
Look.
We have 30 seconds before we have to move on.
All right. It was life insurance, and obviously, like if they don't get you, if you don't buy the insurance, then they try to like recruit you to have this like well-rounded job, where if you sell something, obviously you get a commission for it, but then also like if you bring someone and they sell it too, you get a percentage. So like
Yeah, he was just trying
You kinda
to
like-
get me to join his
That's
shit.
the pyramid.
yeah,
part of it.
like you
Yeah.
just stack your commission on the people that you get in, and if they sell. But honestly, guys, I was lost, and I was
No, he was really
trying.
lost. Really lost.
I was
it's cool.
trying,
We're
like
all lost at some
he tried
point.
to sell it to me.
I was trying in my life.
I could just tell you, like, fucking call these searcher, like, hey, pa, you have insurance?
Buy this shit, pa. I'm hungry.
I just remember I was like, oh, like, do you have it? He's like, no. So I was like, motherfucker, why you want to sell it to me? You don't even have fucking life insurance.
Yeah, but it was tough. But
I still don't have fucking
look,
insurance at all.
At least you didn't try to sell knives.
Oh,
The knife, bro. The knife was the worst. Bro. Nah, the worst part, we were like in like 5th grade, and they would make us like sell like some crappy stuff from the.
candies?
No, not
Yeah,
the
from
Seas candies.
from
No,
the
no, but like,
booklet,
from actual book stuff, like
The book fair?
like actual thing. No. Like they would give you a little booklet, and then you would sell things, and then you would get like rewards, things like that.
you would
Maybe
get
our school-
points. You would get points for selling
and
it.
you would get stuff. Yeah, but you would
Yeah.
actually sell things like I can't remember what we would sell, but it's like random house stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
No, that was a scam, bro.
Wait, is it a card where it's like, oh, like it has like Home Depot included and like a bunch of other
No,
shit?
that's another thing. That's another school scam.
Damn, they really tried to scam us in school at a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So hopefully we do get invited to the Joe P's Casita. I feel like we check a lot of
or
boxes.
his room.
Yeah,
the
we have a
rooftop
lot
with
of-
his room. We'll
It's-
put,
yeah, because it sounds expensive.
No, I think the rooftop is something different compared to the room.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
Bet.
the room like it's for like the fans. The rooftop's for like the celebrities, actors, CEOs, podcasters, and
We check
streamers,
every single
Streamers.
box.
record label owners.
They wrote an article on us on New York Times, LA Times.
Dude,
I
you
think-
know what? We should do a funny video, like a skit, like us doing a video on like hey JLP, like we heard you invited celebrities to your casita thing. Like these are our
yeah.
qualifications. Like let us know, pa.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. Damn, what does it mean to you guys that like he's doing a stadium tour aside from going arenas? Like, what do you guys like? What is you guys' opinion on that? Because I mean, I feel like that's the biggest takeaway from this.
I think he's pushing the limit, like for sure. Like, and I mean this in a good way. I think like Fuerza Regida is the type to like be the underdog and actually do it. That's what I think, and I think it's pushing the new generation and música mexicana to all together.
Yeah, because I mean, I think he could have like easily done a 35 day like arena tour across the United States,
Yeah.
like chill, like
he already did it,
like,
you know.
tranquila.
He's been doing it for like 4 years consecutively, and I think he's just
Longer. No?
yeah longer, and like they throw badass concerts with.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a big differentiator between I think Peso and Joe P. Because I mean, Peso Pluma easily sold out his arena tour across the United States. Like
Dinastia tour.
yeah, it was like light work. You didn't even like sweat it. But then there you go and see Joe P trying to sell out a stadium. God damn, bro. He could have just took it easy, you know?
Yeah, he could have just got his bag and bought another house, another Rolex, another whatever.
Yeah, it's probably not even about the money for him anymore. It's just like checking shit off the bucket list, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like when they did that, what was that shit? The Hollywood Bowl? Like it wasn't like some big ass place. It was just like somewhere to say that they played at because the Beatles were there or some shit.
Yeah, it's like a really historic venue.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I think they actually like changed the rules after that Fuerza show because Mexicans aren't used to going to those type of venues, and you could actually bring in your own alcohol. Like, like you could legally walk in there with your little cooler, like roll a little cooler with like 50 beers inside. Y pues hizo un desmadre. The people that actually read the rules and knew that they could bring stuff. And then for the junior show, like that was patched. You couldn't do it anymore.
It was patched?
Yeah.
No.
You couldn't bring alcohol anymore.
You think that changed because of our culture
definitely.
of like Mexicans? We love to fucking drink. We love to get lit, and like, I mean, it's sad to say, but sometimes like we don't have a limit.
No, yeah, because it's probably like they're used to like seeing Adele there, and like white people come in with like,
Like with their
a
wine
Stella
and
Rose
shit,
and
like
like a little like block
a-
of cheese and shit. You
You know, they go
A charcuterie.
a charcuterie, yeah, like a little picnic style.
Like I know there
concert.
was at least one Mexican like that brought in a cooler that had 7 Granalos, 4 buzz balls, and like a 24
and a
pack.
fucking brick of cocaine. Believe it or not.
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
Nah, that sounds bad on us, but
Now, Peso's tour, Dinastia tour, there was a stage change that people weren't a fan of because some people like, so there's like a catwalk and then they got rid of it. So there was people who purposely bought to be next to the catwalk are now like all the way at the back. But they added a second stage in the back. It's a small stage, but I don't know.
damn, I feel like
I like the catwalk.
Go for it.
My
Go
favorite.
for it.
Yeah, I mean, I get the stage on the back, but I think that doesn't really affect the people or contributes any positively to their experience because those people were under the impression that maybe they're like first, second, or third row when the catwalk existed, but now they're rows.
19.
I don't know, 19.
You know what? Call me a dick, but I feel like they were wrong for that. They should have had that shit planned. Like if your tickets go live and this is your setup, then this is your setup.
But
Because
there's a
I-
disclaimer too on Ticketmaster saying that the stage could change.
Oh really?
Yeah, someone posted that.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, they always get you right there, you know, like
small
at the end of the day, like, but like, I
Yeah.
look, I'm only saying that because I know people work really hard to get the best experiences, especially if it's, you know, Peso Pluma or Tito. Like, we know they're going to put on a good show and, you know, people are willing to pay for that shit.
Oh, I have another question too. So you guys know how shows start at 9 p.m.? Do you guys think they will cut the time so it's like half Tito, half Peso? Or will they have Tito perform like at 8?
That's a good question.
Because like I feel like a lot of people are expecting to see Peso for what is it, like 2 hours that they normally perform at? But now like Tito's there like
actually, I hadn't thought about that.
yeah, I hope it's like
Yeah,
the full time, you know? Because I wouldn't want to.
Nah,
I wouldn't
nah.
want Peso's time cut in half.
I don't think so. Now that you bring that up, I don't think so. Because let's say you have 2 hours. You for sure probably gonna give Tito 30. The friends part, another 20. You got Peso for like an hour, 15, 20-ish.
And look, another thing I'm thinking is, what if they just do only the new album, which is not likely, but I mean, what if they just like, okay, we're only doing the new album, and that's it. How long is the album? Like, I guess.
Nah, they wouldn't do that to us, pa.
Oh yeah, and then the deluxe is coming out, so maybe they're gonna add that shit too.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I just hope that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
people
don't
know.
know.
People
We
know.
don't
People
know,
know.
we
People
don't know
know.
it's
Yeah.
coming
Yo no sabía.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, we don't know. Like that's great.
No, because y'all gonna switch up on me too. Every time I say something, oh really?
No,
I didn't
no,
know-
the fan-
I didn't know it was
the
coming
fans are
out.
already saying that. I believe the fans. I believe the
Are
fans.
saying that.
The believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming out. I hope so.
I just hope the show goes and it's like centered around Peso Pluma. I hope that, like, let's say Tito compliments Peso, like, you know, they do let's say Los Cuadros, like, you know, it's songs like that. But then I just hope Tito doesn't go off and does his own show for like 30 minutes with his own songs.
Oh, what if it's like remember we went to go see Blessed and Anuel? You know how like they were on stage together for like 30 minutes? It's probably some shit like that.
No, diablos, qué difícil me la pusiste.
Go on break.
Yeah, let's go on break. We'll cut it off right
All right, that's perfect. All right, we're back from the break. Something that I find really interesting, and I want to ask you guys. Obviously, Peso Pluma and Tito did have a choir in their new album, Dinastia. Do you guys think he's gonna like integrate that into his show?
If he does, that would be fire as fuck.
I
mean,
hope
he already
so.
has dancers, you know?
Oh yeah, he definitely has dancers, pyrotechnics. We've seen it in his past concerts, but choir will be something super new for him.
Yeah, hopefully that does happen. I feel like it's gonna be really expensive, especially if you actually get Kanye's choir. But
Ooh.
fuck it, like any choir would work for me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Kanye's choir did record the
Yup.
right?
Yeah, they did.
Dopamine.
Damn, imagine how much that cost.
Yeah. No, well, I think. Well, I mean, I don't know if I can say it, but it's over 150 rooms that they have to book for like a single Peso Pluma show.
That was just for a
And that's
festival.
like, yeah, for a festival. And that's like let's say they're there for like 3 days. So that's 150 rooms times 3 days. So you have to pay 450 nights worth of hotels for one show. And trust me, that's not including wherever Peso Pluma's staying, brother.
You don't think Peso took the best fucking building in that suite right there, or the
Nah,
best,
that would probably,
The best building in the suite.
best suite in the building? My
yeah.
bad. I
Nah, you
fucked it
probably
up.
get the super expensive Airbnb, the
Yeah.
PJ, the bus. There's like fucking, remember an Exo tour, there was like 20 buses. Because they have to take like everything with them. Because I think it's like cheaper like that than like renting at every city. All the workers. You remember there was just like one person just planchando like 200 clothes and shit.
Oh yeah, and also like I noticed how, you know, there's actually people there taking care of them, giving them massages,
Oh, the
making
massage
sure
lady?
that, you know, there's chefs there cooking for them.
Yep.
So I feel like all that shit is like crazy.
Crazy
And
expensive.
then remember how we were talking about how artists have like these crazy one sheets that like if you book them, like you need to have these
Oh, like,
items like it's like I want
Skittles.
M&M, Skittles, like I need this cottage cheese from France. Like it could literally get as specific. I forgot what it's called. I think yeah, writers, right?
Writers.
Like, oh, send the writers, like, and it's like you need these shits like to book these artists.
I mean, that's not the expensive part, but
I mean,
that
yeah,
just,
obviously, but like it's funny how like
like shows how extravagant it could get.
it could get exactly. And they, I mean, off the record, obviously.
Off the record, brother. 1, 2, 3, 4.
off camera type shit.
Okay, I don't know. We're gonna cut this out, but they told us Maluma's writers were crazy.
No, Mavi, you saw Maluma. She's gonna reach out tomorrow. Hey, motherfucker, who told you that?
Hey, flaco. Bájale, flaco.
Bájale de
No
huevos,
andes
flaco.
diciendo todo lo que te cuento, flaco.
He had
Porque
some-
vamos a tener problemas con el Maluma, baby.
No, it's because you know I tread lightly because ya van varias que people call like, hey, ese way
Where's
dice.
Maluma, motherfucker? Like, there's like if you see something about like Fuerza, Peso, like it's like a higher chance, you know, like they'll see, but you
Maluma.
You soar like.
Why not?
Bájale de huevos, flaco.
We're connected. Estamos conectados.
No, that's super funny. But yeah, that's something that maybe a lot of people don't see. But booking a show is like super extensive, stupid, crazy amounts of money. You know, they needed buses, people, food. It's crazy.
Alcohol.
I was actually very, very surprised to see how much it takes to have something like happen at a tour. Because like even if it's a little expense, like I don't know, like let's say, oh, this thing cost $5,000 to make happen at a show. But then it's probably like $5,000 every single day to take it on the whole tour. So like one small expense multiplied by however long the tour is could get really pricey, really expensive.
Damn, I just remember something really funny right now. I remember when Peso Pluma flew us out to Texas, and after the show, obviously his team is leaving, and I think it was his, like the people that do the makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Remember she had like a big ass fucking bag full of shit, and we helped her like carry it up the stairs. Oh man,
I don't remember that. We helped someone carry some shit up the stairs.
yeah, and it was part of like Peso Pluma's team. I think it was like the person that does the makeup.
I feel like a dick for
I
not
don't
being able to
remember
back
Do you
it up,
remember
huh?
that?
Like we carried shit up the stairs. I don't.
Well, like
remember.
she needed
you know
help.
what? I think what happened, it was in the elevator. It was a really packed elevator. And she had like a suitcase.
Yeah, she had like huge ass suitcase.
Yeah, but but it wasn't stairs.
I don't remember that.
You remember that? My
Elevator?
bad. We could cut this out.
I'm gonna we'd have to cut it out, but all right, let's switch the topic. I have some questions for you guys.
Oh shit.
Fuck, marry, kill. No, just kidding. Okay, this is for like underground artists, you know. How often should underground artists drop music?
Damn, underground artists. Every month. Or sooner.
Or sooner?
Drop a song every 3 weeks.
What would you say?
I think every month.
Every month?
Every month.
Singles or what?
I think singles until you really get like a fan base, then you could do an EP. And then once you're like, okay, I'm famous and there's people waiting for me on every project, then drop that album.
Do you think underground artists who drop out, well, like the ones who are starting up, obviously, those who drop an album, like they desgastan like a lot of music?
I think so, yeah. Because I think singles need their undivided attention versus like an album. You're going to be like, first of all, you're going to be like, who the fuck is this artist? Like, and do I even want to listen to all these songs? Like, I don't even want to start. Like, you don't want to overwhelm a new listener. Just drop one song so, you know, they start there. And then you start building that fan base. That's what I think.
Mm.
And you know what? I read Russ's book, and that's what he said too.
Really?
Oh, yeah, the audiobook, bro.
No,
yeah,
no,
but
no.
I haven't never seen you read a book.
It's a yellow book. Put it right here.
I
Hey, look, if you're an artist, I think you should read that book.
No, man.
You know what I remember? I remember when we moved in together. And remember how on the third floor there was like just like a random cabinet?
Oh, yeah.
And then Jason had his books right there.
Oh, I remember.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was like 6 Junie B. Jones books and like and some brain gummies.
It was like that of a whippy kid. Like the one where you fill it up with your own sentences.
And remember how you had brain gummies in there? Dude, and no.
You know what? My girlfriend gifted it for me because she got me like a basket.
The brain gummies?
I don't know what kind of gummy were there, but
Una basqueta que ocupa este, güey.
ocupo mucho para
Unos libros,
funcionar, pa.
Yeah, but I think going back to that, I think it might be tempting to want to drop an album, but I think starting off, you know, I mean, I think literally an underground artist means, you know, you don't have those eyes on you. You don't have that maybe like you don't grab people's attentions yet. Doesn't mean your music isn't good, definitely. But I think you still need to build up that audience and build yourself up as well. Like how good is your content game? How good is your everything that doesn't entail like the actual music, you know, uploading. There's all the back end stuff to make sure that you set yourself up for success. And if you drop an album, and it doesn't do good, like te puedes desanimar mucho, you know?
Yeah.
Because you put so much work into it and it doesn't do good, then you really like feel that. Aside from where, you know, you put in the work for one song and, you know, it didn't do good, you're like, fuck it, you know, like a sigue.
Yeah, and I think once you get to that level while you're releasing singles, like you could learn and really develop how to make a rollout plan. Because if you notice, all these big dogs, like they have months and months of like promotion and how they're rolling it out. They're giving hints, they're previewing things, and I think that comes with the experience. Like, for example, I would really like the rollout of Expantia, how like it had a theme, had like a storyline of manifestation on like why, like what does this album mean, and like could you relate to it, you know? And I feel like if you give the rollout meaning, you're gonna be able to connect with the audience, you know? That's what I think.
I think Fuerza is really good at like promoting their stuff, but I feel like what happened with Triston, the last one that they dropped and got taken down, I feel like they kind of failed with like the marketing. I just feel like people didn't really
Failed or forced?
Not failed, but like I just feel like people didn't really care about it.
Mm-hmm.
I also felt like people didn't really care about like the I mean, of course, like this is our job, so we do, but like the flash drive with like the stadium tour, I feel like when someone found it and then they posted about it, like people didn't really care about it. So I wanted to ask you guys a question. So we have Fuerza Regida, who's really good at promoting, you know, like they're posting like 5 times a day. And then we have other artists like Junior H, Natanael Cano, you know, Peso Pluma, who are a little bit more like low key. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys think that overexposure kills hype?
That's a really good question. Honestly, I wouldn't know how to answer that, to be honest. I feel like at the end of the day, you do have to have a good product, whether you try or not. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have a fan base already, you have people like that really fuck with your music. Like, I think whether you have a good rollout plan or not, if you have a good product, people are gonna expose it themselves organically.
Yeah, because when Triston dropped, honestly, this whole time when it was like, JLP sad, like what's going on with JLP, like I honestly didn't really care about it. But then, like, you know, Triston got taken down. I didn't listen to a song.
He cared more when it got taken down, pa.
So, but it's still on YouTube. So I listened to it, to Triston, and I'm like, holy shit, like this song's fire as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a different take. I feel like this time it was more like, oh, he got his heart broken and actually cares. Because everything else was like with the songs, it was like, oh, like I got heartbroken, like bet there's 10 more bitches.
Yeah.
But I think it was like an actual change in lyrics or standpoint from. Yeah, because the other one is like, oh, like seguimos en la loquera, but this one's actually like he was aguitado.
Yeah.
The song's really, really good.
I think at the end of the day, every artist should have their own style, their own plan on how to roll out. Obviously, like these big dogs, they don't have to do as much work. But then, you know, these underground artists, like, you really have to like sit down and think like, how am I gonna roll out this new song that's my style and it goes with my brand? That's
all right, this is gonna be the toughest question we ask in this podcast, and it's for everybody. And I'll go. You go first. I was gonna answer first to give you guys some time to think about it. But let's say you have $1,000 and you already have your song recorded, and you're an underground artist que apenas te conocen en tu casa. How do you go about promoting it? What's your strategy, your plan of attack? How do you, what's the best that you could do? The most damage you could do with those $1,000?
The most damage you could do. Hit up Agushto Papa.
literally. I was going to say that.
It's because I don't.
Oh, bro.
Everybody.
It was not planned.
I swear, yeah, it was not planned. Everybody in the industry follows Agushto Papa. All the DSPs, you know, all the labels, like all these artists. Like, that's your chance right there.
Look.
He's got a point.
He got a point, and I don't mean to glaze like Agushto Papa or glazes, but like we created a funnel, a community of people that are continuously looking for updates on like what's gonna pop off next. Like, this is people's lives. Like, they're looking for the next big thing, you know. And you know, if you get lucky, people are willing to invest in you. People are willing to start conversations. People are willing to sit down and help you. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the right eye. So if you have a really good product, then people will act positively, and who knows, you might be surprised. But then at the end of the day, I feel like you still do need a little bit of luck.
Yeah, you do. And then I feel like, let's just say all those stars align. Like, todavía le tienes que echar un chingo de ganas. Like, it doesn't end there. Just because, like, let's just say you get picked up by the label doesn't mean like you made it. I mean, you have an opportunity to make it and be at the front and be in the limelight. Mm-hmm. But that's why I say being an artist is like the hardest fucking thing ever, because there's no formula. Like, there's literally no formula. Yeah, I think you could go viral for like the most random reasons.
Or you can go viral and people might not even know who you are too.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe not even get like the right. I don't know. Maybe you go viral and like people just forget 2 days later.
True.
You know what? You know what I want to bring up right now that I think is doing a really good job of marketing and putting out their music. That Chicago group, Los del Homen. I feel like I always see them post content. I always see them live. I mean, whether they're taking out covers or their own music, like, I think like those fools are pushing it, you know?
Oh, I do want to say one thing for underground artists. If you guys ever want to reach out to whoever it is, I'm saying this because I see the messages, you know? Whether it's us, whether you want to text Jimmy Omila, JLP, whoever it is, don't text them, yo.
I was about to say that.
That's a good one. Listen
Like,
to this.
get straight to your fucking message. Like, hey, I have this song and
Okay,
whatever.
let's say I'm Jimmy Humilde and you have a song.
Oh, I wouldn't know what to.
What would you say?
I mean, talk about your story, your song. Be like, I wrote this song and whatever it is, it talks about this. Send the lyrics, send the audio, send the link to like a Google Drive. I don't know, but don't just be like, yo, like give me like.
They're not gonna reply, bro.
These busy people are not gonna be like, yo, what's up, bro? What do you have to say?
No, and then let alone, it's not whether you, even if you have the time that day, I feel like just saying yo says how, shows how inexperienced you are. So it's like, oh, like why even start, bro?
Yeah,
I
like-
don't even want to hear it. Not gonna like
Yeah.
So don't ever text people yo or like, hey, pa. Like, no, say the most information possible that you can in the
One
most
text, yeah.
concise manner and send that as your first text message. Hey, yo, you know, my name's Angel and I do this and look, this is my song and this is my plan and this is what I need you for and can we do this and can we do that? Let me know.
Yeah.
So that the person sees if it's a good idea for them, si les conviene, not les conviene, but like if it interests them and then they reply.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and they don't reply, like it wasn't that your pitch was bad. It was just like, you know, it just wasn't for them. Keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm.
But now, and then also it's like not that much work every single time. Like copy and paste, brother.
Copy paste, yeah. Yeah, because just a yo text, I'm like, bro, like,
Dan hueva.
yeah.
True, very true. You gotta be ready to, lock in your idea and get your message across like that.
Yeah. Wait, did you guys answer my question? Does overexposure kill hype?
Damn, I don't know. I didn't. I don't know what the answer is. I think it goes back to like there's no.
I think I answered it. I said I don't think it does if you have a good product.
Damn, it's tough because it could be. It's a different answer for different people.
Okay, and then also another question too. We were talking about Lencho, the artist that signed to Ranch Mile and Ochoa Records, and he's blowing up pretty quick with his first song, Chiclona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And now he's gonna be on. Now he's doing a song with Peso and Tito, and I was singing the song. Well, it's not that I didn't like believe in him or anything, but you're like, oh, now you want to listen to Lencho and stuff like that. But I've seen comments that are like, oh, like people were hating on Lencho's style, and now that he's like on Peso's, now that he's gonna do the song with Peso, like people are fucking with him. So I wanted to ask you guys, why do fans hate artists that blow up fast? Because I think when Peso was first blowing up, people didn't fuck with him at all in the beginning. Remember, Fuerza fans felt. I noticed that like Fuerza fans were like, oh no, like Peso, this and that, and I'm like, damn, I feel like fans like feel a certain way because like Fuerza's been going at it for such a long time, and then Peso just comes in like.
Damn, I think there's always. First of all, people always love to hate. First of all,
I think it's
quejarse.
Or with Javi too.
It's easier to hate than support, and hating goes more viral.
Yeah, because then they'll say you're
than-
glazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, Javi's another good example.
maybe because
too.
a lot of people think that the person doesn't deserve it because they didn't, porque no le batallaron tanto.
that's what. Yeah, and I feel like adding on to that, like that's what people think because they come out of nowhere. But like no, like I think these artists take years of studying the game and like restructuring their plan on how to go viral, restructuring their music. Like there's so much things that you need to restructure in this music, and I feel like I guess la gente le da envidia like, oh, this motherfucker got lucky, and I think there is a little luck that surrounds this game, but I think that's what it is. It's just like, let's just say there's already 5 artists that are hitting, and then all of a sudden someone's like blowing up. It's just like what the fuck? Where did this come from? What was your question?
Why do fans hate artists that blow up so fast?
I don't know.
Damn,
Look, our heads and our ideas are like.
Yeah.
no, it's because you're asking like hella hard questions today.
Honestly, yeah.
These were supposed to be for clips, honestly. Like, it wasn't supposed to be part of the podcast, but I was like, fuck it, let me just throw it in there.
There you go. That's your clip right there.
Honestly, that was a really good question, but look,
All right, now you guys are seeing how the clip is made. I'm gonna ask Diego now that he had time to let that
Oh.
marinate.
I actually didn't let...
Hey, yo, Diego, why do you think people hate artists that blow up so fast?
Because I think they see that there's artists they support, like for example, Fuerza and Peso, when Peso was barely blowing up, they were supporting Fuerza Regida for years. They saw the struggle of JOP, they saw the vlogs, the ups and downs, and then you just have this artist just like Y con el corridón del Ángel Azul. Just pass him like nothing.
And
then
La Diabla.
La Diabla, yeah, with Javi. And then people are like, oh shit, like who the fuck is this new guy? Like, he didn't fucking struggle or anything. Well, that's what they think, you know? That's my answer. I basically just took
There you go. That's the clip right there.
Took my whole bar right there, pa.
bar for bar.
Bar for bar.
Stole that shit.
What are you gonna do with it?
Fuck you gonna do with it?
Damn.
Pues ahí está.
That's pretty tough. I feel like new artists have it the hardest.
You do have the hardest.
But then again, I think if you get... Look, this is what I think. Let's just say... Okay, this is a perfect scenario. Or this is realistic too. Maybe Diego didn't think Lencho was he maybe, let's just say Diego thought he was an all right artist. And I'm just like, I'm listening to him. I'm like, bro, this is sick. Like the letra, the tonada, like I see potential. He doesn't know whether he wants to support or not. But then you see someone like Peso Pluma or a Fuerza Regida or Oscar Maidon support this smaller artist, like it's gonna be easier to support him.
It gives him credibility.
Like if these artists say this underground artist got what it takes, then I'm gonna believe it too.
Kind of like when you told Angel, like, oh my god, if that shit was designer, you would have been like, oh my god, that shit's fire as fuck.
Yeah, exactly that. So I feel like you also need the people to give you that push that you're gonna make it, that you're a good artist, and the industry itself too.
Yeah, I think also in that same train of thought, if you're a small artist and you haven't made it, you haven't blown up, but you know your music's good. Not necessarily also, like not every small artist has good music, but if your music's good, keep at it, even if people haven't seen you, and if maybe somebody hasn't given you that credibility or like, somebody with a name in the industry hasn't backed you up yet, like keep at it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I think that happened with Peso Pluma too. Like, I don't think a lot of people supported him because his voice was so different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then he said that, Luis R. Conrique le dio la oportunidad, like se dio.
Siempre pendiente.
And then boom, after Luis R., Nata, after Nata, Junior, after Junior, the list goes on. And next thing you know, like that plan that they had of collabing with these artists, like it funneled the people to support him.
I think that's the craziest thing that happens in music, because Peso Pluma was already like, I mean, maybe he looks different, like he dresses different, but I think the essence had been there since the beginning, ever since like, even, what's his name? We're gonna have to restart this clip. I don't remember his name. Was Jenny Rivera's brother's name?
Lupillo Rivera?
Lupillo Rivera, there you go.
The fuck is Lupillo got?
No, because he was signed. He was signed to Lupillo Rivera was signed to I don't know who, and he was at the studio, and then coincidió that Peso Pluma was like at the studio too, and he was like, hey, like let me show you a song, this and that, like, and like he didn't even like Lupillo didn't even give him the time of day, like on some random shit. So but he was already Peso Pluma, so I think you're still yourself. But just what changes is like the light that you're seeing in, or that one person gives you a chance, and all of a sudden everybody like really sees what you got, and it just takes off like crazy fast. But you like Peso Pluma had like been him for like forever.
Yeah, I think it starts by bandwagoning, and then you actually turn that to success.
Yeah, I think that's what's crazy.
So like, you basically need other players to give you credibility and give you that star power, which is actually crazy.
So can Luis R. Conrique say that he made Peso Pluma?
No, because
but gave him a push.
Give him a push.
Give him the credibility. Give him the credibility.
Exactly. I think at the end of the day, Peso Pluma is the one being the artist, like having those ideas, dressing the way he dresses. I hope. I'm pretty sure he's influenced by other people, but like
his hair too.
Like his hair, whatever. But like, it's like you just need that push by other artists. I mean, okay. A better question is like, who's an artist that you feel like made it by themselves without no push?
That's a good one.
Like that fool has.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I don't know.
Like this fool
made it without a push.
Damn.
Karin? Did Karin have a dramatic push?
You both have it.
Okay, that's the question.
He's like,
Javi? he blew up by himself?
Low-key, yeah, huh?
His dad told me, brother, we've been at it for 7 years. People don't know how much money I spent on Javi.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey,
he did
there
say
you
that.
go. He did say that. The big push was his dad. There you go.
Damn, that's a good question. Cause I mean, like, I was gonna say, Junior and Nata had each other,
They did have each other.
How does that? I mean, in today's modern music, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I already
yeah,
know
yeah.
somebody's gonna be like, yeah, pinche Ariel Camacho.
Like,
¿Quién la ayudó a Yanni Rivera?
Yeah, that was tough. I mean,
I
I feel
think
like
That's a tough question, yeah.
I think to answer my own question, I would say Javi did it by himself. Well, I mean, he blew up with La Víctima,
Oh,
La
I know what you mean.
Diabla. Poco Poco did help him, right?
yeah, but it wasn't like Darius was cool, but I mean,
helped
it
more
wasn't.
Darius?
It wasn't. If anything, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they helped each other mutually.
Yeah.
Okay, they helped
Darius
each other
wasn't
mutually.
like a huge.
Okay,
name.
okay.
So there you go. I mean, I think if you're talking about like names, like big names that kind of like helped out Javi, like there isn't one.
We're
There
talking
you
about
go.
collabs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because obviously he was already signed.
But he signed by a major, so they pushed him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interscope they did their thing.
Ahí está.
Márcame P.
There you go. That's another good one.
Márcame. But remember
But then Grupo Firme.
Grupo Firme.
Give him that.
But that song was already kind of
Yeah,
big.
that was
already.
already. Eslabón Armado?
Eslabón Armado también, low key.
Eslabón Armado.
They kind of.
Did it on their own.
Oh, I mean, they kind of got help at first with that song El Boss with Herencia de Patrones.
Oh, true.
But I feel like they kind of blew up more with Con Tus Besos.
You know
But
what?
a lot of people knew about them.
They blew up with the album, that solo album they did.
Okay, then, yeah. Iván Cornejo? Está dañada and all that shit.
También.
Oh, but then, like, Jaco jumped in and then, like, they did a song with the Eslabón.
Oh, Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who
Help us answer in the comments, gang.
Yeah, comment down below.
Yeah, comment down below an artist that you feel like they made it.
But that is the end of today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you love God. And if you don't, then just like ignore it. He's watching.
And make sure to follow us on Kick, because we're going to be streaming a lot of bullshit.
And what do you do if you love dick?
If you love dick?
Yep.
If you look dick, then suck it.
Thank you guys.
Y'all heard
Appreciate you,
Jason.
big dog.
Not me, though. Not me.
Respectfully.
Yeah.